On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, we have a packed show for you guys here today. We're going to talk about all the new details that came out on Mag Maggie, including her entire kit. We're going to talk about all the details of the new 9v9 blog post that gave us all the rules, breaking down those rules, and we're going to talk about the patch notes that have leaked. Not the full patch notes, but the patch notes that have leaked that have been floating around Twitter, TikTok, all those different social media sites, and what are some of the biggest changes coming from those patch notes. We're also going to go ahead and talk about something Post Malone related, since we figured out he's a big Apex fan. And to finish off the show, we're going to go into Grab My Bachelor, where we talk with Kyle about ghosting and how to cope with when you potentially get ghosted, because it's not easy. So without further ado, let's get into the show.
Squad coming on.
All right, I see him.
All right, front door.
Hit him, 100 shield.
All right, pushing. I'm pushing.
Pushing in. Going through.
Oh, shit. Window. Fuck. Ah, God, he knocked me. Son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. Is he still in the window?
Yeah, he's still in the windows.
Okay. Shot him. Okay.
I'm backing up. Okay, I'm going to get to the door. I'm going to hold door for you.
All right, I'm coming over. I think I'm going to res.
Okay, go for res. Go for res. Okay.
Oh,
fuck, man. What the fucking thermites? Bro, this is like 4 games in a row. We've lost, I think, a total of like 250 RP tonight.
It's something insane like that, bro.
Dude.
Fuck, man. We really need a third.
Bro, I don't really have anybody online right now. Everyone's busy. Do you have anybody?
Hey, man, I got one, but I don't know if we want to do this.
Bro, at this point, I will literally take anybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure at this point.
It's 1930s guy.
Fuck, man. You don't have a single other person. Nobody else?
He's the only one on.
Fucking A. Bro, I don't know if I want to do this.
Man, I really don't think we have a choice. We got to get this RP back.
Yeah, fuck. Just send it. Send it through. We'll see what happens.
Sent it.
Well, by golly, look who it is, lads. It's the boys. How are you boys doing tonight?
We're doing
okay.
Hogwash, you fellas sound like you just saw a ghost. What's going on here, boys? What's going on, fellas?
We just lost a little bit of RP, and we're just trying to get it back.
Alrighty then, it looks like we're just a little bit behind the 8 ball. No worries, boys. We're gonna get it all right back.
Yeah, all right. All right, ready up. All right, boys, where we dropping?
Staging?
Okay. Yeah, it's staging. We're good?
It doesn't matter to me one teensy bit, boyos. I'm ready to cut a rug. Let's get a move on here.
Sounds good. It looks like we got 2 squads coming with us.
Oh, fuck, you got the gun first. Kyle, where you at?
Oh, shit, dude. I'm on the opposite side.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to you.
Guard a pill. Got a gun? Coming?
Fuck, he's punching me.
Oh, fuck. Don't die.
Fuck. Okay, fuck me, I'm down.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Somebody sniped me from across the map. What the fuck?
By golly, Miss Molly, Christ on a cross. I'm on my way, boys.
1930s guy, are you okay?
Well, if okay means 3 fellas packing heat trying to fill me with daylight are following right behind me, then I'm doing perfectly fine. But I'm on my getaway sticks matriculating down the map to get to you boys.
We're over here on the other side. This team, none of them are down. They're probably all healed up.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but quit bumping your gums so I can focus over here.
One's finished me. Oh, shit, he was. Nice shot.
I put the screws on him, didn't I?
Oh, shit. Hey, let's go.
Ooh, fuck.
Well, don't act surprised now, boys. I'm just getting started. Where are you fellas? Let me res you. Let me get you back up on your feet. Why, in fact, while you guys heal up, I have a story to tell you. I was over at the drugstore with my good buddy Jim. Me and Jim were sitting right outside. We're having a pop, we were. We saw a nice little young lady come out the front door, and I tell you, the backside of her was like 2 candied hams. Beautiful. Anyway, I looked over her way, I looked over at Jim, and I said, Jim, should I go over there and talk to her? Jim looked at me straight in the face, and he said, yes, sir, you should. You should, and you should have all the confidence in the world. So you know what I said to Jim? You know what I said? I looked at Jim right in his face, and I said, I'm going to go talk to that girl. I'm going to ask her what her name is. Well, I couldn't just talk to any old girl. had to make sure I had some sort of gift. I sprinted into that
it's
drugstore,
there.
tried to
right
find the
there. It's
quickest
right there.
bouquet
Right
of flowers.
there.
I threw a Lincoln on the table,
Yeah,
sprinted
there.
out the
You
front door. I did. I ran
Come
right
on.
to her car. I gave her the
Come on,
flowers, and I
please.
said, "Ma'am,
No.
what is your
Can you
name?
res
You're
us?
too beautiful for me not
Kyle?
to know your
You wanna
name."
just get out
She
of
said,
here?
Bro,
"Well,
I'm
my
so
name is
fucking ready to
Susie.
dip.
It's nice
I'll
to
take the
meet you.
penalty.
What is
Fuck
yours?"
this.
And I
Get
said,
the
"Well,
fuck out of here.
my name is 1930s guy." So I said to Susie, "Is there any way I can get a hold of his in the future? I need to find some telegram telephone."
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 71. And boys, you can let out a breath of fresh air, okay? Big Blue Dick is back. She's back, baby.
You're
I
welcome.
was so
She's there.
scared. I was
Bro.
so scared. I didn't see Big Blue Dick in the trailer, but Big Blue Dick is back. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm so happy. Not only do we get the Big Blue Dick, but I heard some reports out there that Big Orange is Big
there.
Orange still there?
Big Orange is there.
Big Orange is there. Okay. So we got both dicks. I want more dicks. Give me a third one.
Give me. I think there's.
I want a
Well,
yellow one.
There's a
Well, they
third
made the
one
vertical.
crashed into the.
Yeah, they made the vertical one.
We got the vertical dick.
There's a
Yeah.
vertical. I think
VD.
I think it's a
The
void.
VD. We got the VD.
I'm
VD.
so excited, baby. That was really, I was holding my breath for that. I just wanted to make sure Big Blue Dick was back, but it is back. Also, there's probably a lot of other cooler things happening that we saw this week, right? Probably, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
There was some.
I
Saw
mean-
some videos.
Bloodhound
Saw
skin.
the Bloodhound skin.
What?
Hey, guys, remember when we were like, hey, why don't you guys do something different for once with the Battle Pass?
Yeah.
They fucking did it.
They listened to it.
We are getting a Bloodhound skin that changes over time the more you use the skin, which is so fucking
That is
cool.
fucking sick.
It's so fucking cool. I don't know if you guys remember Fortnite season 3 or 4
think it was 3.
where you got the dude who was wearing like a
They
had
do
like
that
a-
like every season.
Oh, they do it
Yeah.
every season. I just remember the first time they did it. I was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's insane. But they're doing this with Bloodhound. They're a little bit behind the times here, but either way, we got it. There's lots of new things coming this season that I'm very excited for, and this is one of them because you really want to see them get out of their comfort zone and start messing around with some things. Next step, let's get that rank system figured out, huh?
Let's go.
Let's get some changes to that rank system. We still got patch notes coming up, so that could still be in the works. But we'll see here because I'm not confident. A lot of crazy things came out today, and that was not one of them, which worries me a little bit. But either way, let's get into the rest of the show so we can talk about all the shit that we learned about today, like Mag Maggie, Hammer Points, 9v9. We got all that coming. But before we do that, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Code BANNER, boys. One of my favorite musical artists. I was scrolling through the TikTok and I saw a familiar face covered in tattoos, Post Malone, and he was talking about how much he loves playing Apex Legends right now. And I was like, oh, whoa. One of my favorite artists is playing my favorite game. What's going on? Then I saw another TikTok where he's playing, trying to show off his wingman shot. He missed like fucking 4 of them, and then he said, cut it. Then he also bought a bunch of skins. So the question becomes, who do we think is Post Malone's main in Apex Legends?
I'm gonna say Bloodhound.
You say blood?
I think it's.
You think he's a blood?
I think he's
No
a Bloodhound,
shot.
man.
No
So
shot?
no
No
shot. He's a
shot.
Bloodhound.
No
man?
shot. Not a chance.
I think there's a small. I would. Post Malone is a guy who loves the fancy-looking, fly-looking shit. I think Bloodhound has some of the coolest skins in the
Bloodhound
game.
has some
Listen, he
dope
likes the
skins.
fly-looking shit. And from seeing him play other games in the past, he's a very aggressive player.
Oh, in Call of Duty he was, yeah.
He's and multiple different games. He's a very aggressive player. I think that he's probably more like an Ash main. Ash came out and he picked up Ash and he probably hasn't turned back.
I think Bloodhound's really easy for Call of Duty players to kind of transition to.
Well,
I
'cause
think
it's like UAV.
you get like the best of every single Call of Duty thing. You get like a little bit of speed with the ultimate. You get scans, which are nice, and then you get like a passive that I think is easy for anyone to pick up. I feel, and I'm not saying Post Malone's bad at all. I'm just saying when you're transitioning, because he was a big Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
Like he was a very big Call of Duty guy. I feel like it's very easy to transition from Bloodhound, but I think he will transition even further to something like an Ash, where he's like,
Right.
I'm way better at this game now. It's kind of like Nick Merckx.
Yeah.
Nick Merckx is transformed. Now he's playing what? Fucking Gibraltar?
Being Gib.
Like, that's a big jump. That's a skill jump.
That's a big jump.
So
I think he'd be playing someone like Ash. If he's not playing Ash, if he's not at that point yet, because I didn't take into the fact of how long he's been playing, although I can't picture Post being reserved on anything. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it all out and over the top. That's how I picture Post Malone. I think if he's not an Ash, he's a Pathfinder.
Why not Octane?
Oh, Octane actually makes a lot of sense.
Octane.
I didn't even think about
your
Octane.
own game, Ryan.
I don't know if it's
What do you
Octane.
mean? He's literally
No,
faster.
I think
Octane
I
actually makes sense.
I think it's a little more tactical than that.
Octane
you
makes
literally
sense.
just said he's a
Pathfinder
rusher.
actually
He is,
could
but
be
I
a
think
good
it's a little
pick,
more
though.
tactical.
Octane makes sense.
Octane's the
Octane
most
makes sense.
tactical.
Pathfinder makes a good pick though too.
Post Malone makes a lot of cocaine references in his songs. Octane is right up there with that. Well, he's right up there with
for
that.
sure.
You
I
got
can
me
also
there.
see Wraith.
Wraith too.
Yeah.
Wraith, I feel like is a good character for anyone as well, especially when you first start, because you basically get that get out of jail free card, which
I
they
think-
said they were trying to revoke, but you can never revoke.
What are you talking
that.
about? It takes 39 seconds for you to go.
Remember the days when you could just click it and it
I
went?
hate playing Wraith now.
Yeah, it feels you just see your fucking fingers in the air. You're just like
Like,
fucking
please,
go.
please.
Go.
I love the Octane on that one.
Under the radar Mirage guy.
Oh yeah, it tries to mess around with people.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But like,
Yes.
like
Is he like
if
a
he
prankster?
streams, like that's an off stream.
I want to see
God.
Post Malone stream Apex one time.
oh, dude,
I know,
I would love
same.
that.
I
would
want to
watch
see
that
it
shit.
so bad. Okay, so let's go for Post top 3. I'm going to go Octane, Bloodhound, Wraith, Carter.
Oh wait, skip me.
Skip you? Okay,
I'm trying
Brian.
to figure out
Wait,
names.
say it again.
His top 3 pie chart. Give me the pie chart.
chart?
Yeah, top 3.
Octane, Path, Ash.
Okay, Kyle.
Octane, Bloodhound, Ash.
Bloodhound is. I feel like Octane Bloodhound is probably he alternates back and forth. Carter, we're back to you now. We gave you legit like 15 seconds.
You know what?
I thought of one legend by the time.
He came up with Octane. We'll give him Octane.
Give him Octane.
We'll give him Octane.
Seer,
Seer.
Octane. Who did I say it last time? Mirage.
Mirage would be a good one. Okay.
All right.
But before we move on to the next segment, boys, over under 4 of how many heirlooms Post has.
Over.
You say over. He has all of them, huh?
Yeah, he's got all.
He's got all, bro.
He has
He's-
none of them.
Listen,
None?
dude,
He's
None.
like he doesn't even know what they are yet. He's just new.
Well, he like sees them, but he doesn't know how to get them.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
listen, dude. He's what some communities call a whale, and what that means is
A
he
whale.
buy a whale. It means you just buy the most expensive shit.
Okay. Yeah.
He would literally just fork out the money just to get the heirlooms if he liked the game enough. And if he's binging it, he likes the game.
I
enough.
think you're right, but I think Carter's also right where he's like, how the fuck do I get those? Do I have to like buy these packs? Like I don't know how to get those.
one of those. I don't know how to get those. And as soon as he finds out, he's just like, done. Take
Yeah.
my money.
Yeah. He's like he wants to know how, but at the same time he doesn't want to like look it up. He's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep playing this fucking game. I
Yeah.
don't care. I think the first one he got was 100% Bloodhounds though. That was
He might have got one of the best heirlooms in the game.
Bangalore's?
Watson.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the potato.
I wish you could
I
share because
forgot.
I'd ask him to give Brian too.
I truly forgot that's a fucking heirloom. Gosh, it's not
I
a
see
fucking
it all
heirloom.
the
Oh
time.
my
all
God.
fucking mad.
Bro, I never see it. I never see it, and I'm happy about
close
it.
to getting my next heirloom, and
Don't
that's
you?
gonna be my next
Don't
one.
you dare.
All right,
Pretty
boys.
much.
Well, that should just about wrap it up for the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Who do you think is Post Malone's main? I want to know that because my guy Posty, I want to know what the public thinks. He's one of my faves. We're going to move in to talking about the miscellaneous new things we learned about, a.k.a. hammer points coming back, the Flatline going to the Replicator, and the Volt moving to the care package. But before we do that, Mr. Flatline is going to go get his performance review right before we enter the segment. After that, we'll hit a quick ad, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Mr. Flatline, come on in.
Hey, hello.
Hey, how you doing? Go ahead, take a seat.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How you doing? You need water or anything like that?
No,
Any
I'm-
gun lube?
No, I'm totally okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm totally all right.
All right, so let's just get right into this. The performance review. How do you feel that you did this season?
I think I've done great. I think every season for the last 5 or 6, my numbers have been steadily going up, and I think I'm deserving of some sort of raise or something along those lines.
And I agree with you. I think that you deserve a raise, a bonus, and then some.
That's great to hear. That feels so good.
It is not often that we've ever been able to give this privilege to anyone. And actually, you are going to be the first that we give this promotion to.
Wow.
We made a whole new spot just for you.
Sir, I am honored. I really worked hard this year. So
this is going to be even greater than what the other guys have gotten in the past.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking like care package, right? Or
similar idea, but we want you to pilot a new route for us.
So it's not the care package?
Not the care package. We're going to give you a different route that's going to get you even more use.
Okay.
Still comes down like a care package. Still has that same feel and stuff, but also is going to have some early game access as well.
Okay. What is it then?
So it's the Replicator.
The Replicator? You're putting me in the Replicator?
Whoa. Why? I'm getting some bad vibes here. What happened?
I've busted my rump trying to work harder for this company here, and you're going to put me in the Replicator? There's not a single gun in the Replicator.
Well, there will be. You're the first to get this. There's another one that's getting it at the same time.
Another one?
Yeah, Mr. Longbow's getting it.
You're talking about the worst sniper in this goddamn game?
I wouldn't say that. He's been overperforming at range.
Oh, my... You're really going to throw me in the Replicator after all that I've done for this company? What the... This is ridiculous. I'm out of here,
No,
dude.
hold on. We got one more thing for you. One more thing. It's not over yet.
What?
We're also taking 1 damage off your salary.
Are you fucking... I'm out of here.
Will you send Volton on your way out?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The part of the season that I am not sure about is it's staring me right in my face. And I keep reading the words over and over to myself, and I keep wanting to say, no, that can't be real. But they are. It's real.
It's real wild.
The RE45 is the only gun in this game to have disruptor rounds and hammer points in its history, which I think should be remembered and noted. It should also be looked at with a little bit of haste. I saw a lot of people excited. Now listen, I'm an RE45 guy. Me and the RE45, we go way back. Our dads went to school together. The issue with the RE45 here is... I don't think people remember. I don't think they truly remember the Disruptor Round days because it was a fuck show. And when I say it was a fuck show, there were people who loved it every time they got it in the game, and then when they didn't, it was like this game fucking sucks. Carter, I'll let you take the floor first just to give some RE45 praise because you are the RE45 master. They call me Mr. Flatline. They call you Mr. RE45.
I think I went probably 3 seasons in a row. My whole loadout was just an RE45 and a longbow,
and that was it.
That was once I got those 2 guns, I'm like, all right, I don't want any other gun. I'm pretty sure the RE45 has the most. I have the most kills with the RE45.
I wish you could track that.
It's just such a fun gun.
It is fun, and especially when you get a red dot on it, it really makes it.
I love it.
The only thing you can say that the RE45 doesn't have is its original sight is a little bit fuzzy. So sometimes you're thinking you're hitting, but once you get that red dot, it's game
perfect.
over.
Yeah,
especially in arenas too. It's really good in arenas. But now we have the hammer points on the RE45. Which, if you don't know, hammer points does more damage to the actual health, not the shield. So if you knock the shield with another gun and you switch to your RE45, which I believe has the fastest swap time, or
fastest swap time of the entire game.
P2020 has faster, doesn't it?
P2020 is faster, but the RE45 is literally right next to it.
It's right there.
So it's not the fastest.
It's not the fastest, but it's so close, and it does so much more damage.
Apologize for being wrong.
No. Yeah, it's not the fastest. So
I
make sure.
Apologize for being wrong. Apologize.
Yeah, I apologize.
God.
It's the second fastest.
Don't apologize to Carter, not just him. It's about the list.
No,
you need to apologize to
me.
the
I
listener.
am RE45.
I know my RE45 facts.
But it does more damage to the health. So is that a good thing, boys?
It's not the L-Star. You still got to hit your shots.
Still
it's a
hit.
small clip.
Yeah.
Let me have some fun with my RE45.
I will say this though about the RE45. Not only is it going to be the only gun that gets hammer points, we also get it back on the Mozambique, and we get it back on the P2020, which is what it was originally for in the first place. If you guys don't remember,
I might be a Mozambique.
That's what I'm saying.
Guy.
Side note: Arenas is fucking dead. Round 1, or round 2 probably, they're going to be able to have. All 3 guys are going to have Mozambique hammer points, and it's with a 6-shot. Remember, before it was only 3 shots.
It's a 6-shot
Mozambique with hammer points.
Wait, we're still going to play Arena?
No, we're pretty much done.
We're done with that.
But I'm just saying, it's even more dead than it was before.
Bro.
It's even more dead. We have the Volt going to the care package with the alternator heading back to the ground without the disruptor rounds. Disruptor rounds are out of the game once again, and now the alternator is back with the puzzling decision of the Volt heading to the care package. Now, it's puzzling when you look at it from an outside perspective. Like, why would they put that gun in there? There's plenty of other guns that probably deserve to be in there. You look at the Rampage. You look at the
301.
I'm thinking of the other LMG.
Devotion.
You think of the Devotion. Those 2 guns would probably make better fits. But when you look at this season with a bird's eye point of view and you zoom out a little bit and think about it, it seems like what they're doing is they're taking all the guns that can crack shield relatively quickly, and they're finding ways to put them in other areas. We're going to get to it in a second, but the Flatline and the Longbow are headed to the Replicator only. There will be no longer ground loot. They're putting the Volt in the care package. That leaves the ground loot, or like major good ground loot, is going to be the R301, the Prowler, the R99, and the car. Those don't crack shield nearly as fast as a Longbow, a Flatline, or a Volt. Not even close. Now you have these guns, and they also have way more recoil to them. So what they're doing here is they're saying, we're going to insert this new thing called hammer points. It's not new, but they're adding it to a new gun. We're going to put this in the game. It's going to shred health, but we're also going to take out guns that can get rid of shield relatively quickly. The only one that remains that I'm still puzzled by is the Rampage, and so that's pretty much it, but we also still got the patch notes coming up soon, so we'll see what happens there. Either way, boys, what do you think about the Volt heading to the care package?
At first, I did not like this. Hearing about it, I go, that's pointless. Why do you put the Volt to the care package? And then, as you described, I don't want to see this game with hammer points and disruptors. and disruptors at the same time, let alone a Volt. Like, I do not want that in this game. So, yeah, go ahead, Volt the Volt, and call it done.
You know what I like to think? They were probably in playtesting for this season, and they probably had some other gun in the package, right? They probably had like the Rampage in the package, and they were playing with the Hammer Point RE45 as a secondary to a Volt, and they were like, we can't put this in the game. Like, it was probably so easy.
Can't keep this.
Yeah. So, Kyle, what do you think?
I hate it because I love the Volt, and now there's no good energy weapons that you can pick up off the ground except for
Havoc.
Well, you got to have the fucking turbocharger, and you can't find that sumbitch anywhere.
Yeah, and it has crazy recoil. Kyle, before you continue any more with your point, can you apologize one more time for fucking that up? Like,
Fuck you.
Apologize one more time
No.
to the fans.
I'm not
to the fans.
I've already apologized.
Wait,
Apologize.
Isn't the triple take energy?
No, yes, it is.
So once again,
But
take that back, Kyle.
It got damaged. It got a nerf.
Triple take sucks. I don't
Oh my! You just can't hit your shots.
care. No.
Kyle, apologize for not being able to hit your shots.
No, I hit my shots.
For the love of God.
I don't know. I've seen
Fuck
film. You don't hit your
You
shots.
haven't seen film.
Oh, really? We boxed and you couldn't hit me once.
Oh my!
No.
Oh my!
We might have to
Carter,
release
I
that
have
tape.
to save.
Jeez,
that.
we might. I think we might. Have
No,
to
I'm
release
never.
that.
I'm
No,
never
we might have
not
to release
saving
that tape.
any film when I fight against you ever again.
You got to save film against Carter. But either way, yeah, the Volt going to the crate was puzzling at first, and I feel like it's going to be very reminiscent of the days where the 99 was in the package, which seems like the weirdest thing they've ever done, which was like, I can get a lot of guns going in. The 99 never made sense to me because it was like
That's a staple.
It was a marquee gun.
Yeah.
Like, it was very marquee. The Prowler, I was like, that sucks, but whatever. Like, the R99? Come on, man. It feels a little bit like that. But it's going, so we just got to get over it. But I think it makes sense in the context of what hop-ups are coming into the game.
Yeah.
It does make sense. I get why they did it. They replaced one short-range gun with another. But But still, what the fuck, man? Where's the hell is my G7?
Yeah, I think they left it in there for the same reason. I don't think the G7 is nearly as good as like a Volt or like any of those other guns, but I think they know that in the right hands it can be dangerous. And imagine, like Carter was saying, his loadout was a longbow RE45. Imagine a G7 RE45 with one ammo type.
Please.
You're just using light ammo
That's
the whole
all
time?
I want in my life.
That would be dangerous.
That's all I want, dude. Give me a G7 2-time sight on it. I will shred anybody in any ladder.
He'll only miss half the bullets he normally misses.
Dude,
if he has
But
them.
why? He's gonna shred.
I will. I'll shred, dude. I'll shred.
But he shreds.
Listen,
Shreds.
I can poke and crack shield like no other. This gives me a chance to actually kill them.
That's true. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's move on into the Flatline and the Longbow DMR going into the Replicator. Now, this is another new thing that we've got here. We've got... It's such a weird decision, but once again, when you look at a bird's eye view of it, I feel like the developers were saying, we're getting a little bit bored of this gun meta. So, Flatline and DMR only available in the Replicator. Also, the Flatline took a 1 damage nerf. I think what they're saying here is like, listen, the Flatline in the right hands was very dominant, and it was also pretty dominant for the last, 3 seasons? It's been a long time of being dominant.
Yeah, Flatline, you could argue, is the most consistent gun in this game's history.
Mm-hmm. I would say R301.
R301, yeah, that's fair. Just because the barrel stabilizer.
But either way, so now you can guarantee yourself a Flatline or a Longbow, which I guess is the trade-off here. It's like, well, this sucks because I won't get to get my gun like right when I land, which is always the like for me, Mr. Flatline is the greatest feeling when I open a thing with a dude staring across from me where we just landed and I get a Flatline. I'm not gonna have that feeling anymore, but I will have the feeling of there's a lot of games where I don't even get to see it ever, and now I get the chance to get it every single game if I so choose. So I'm happy about that. The Longbow is interesting.
How much do you think these guns are going to cost?
That's the other big question here. Because now you might have to make decisions of, do I want this backpack or do I want the Flatline?
Yeah.
Which could be huge. Or they could make it cheap and just like whatever.
It could honestly make the Replicator's late game even more valuable.
Yeah.
Because if you never got a good gun or if you still need your bag late game, now this is where you're going to get them from.
Let's be honest here too. There's no way it stays after like this season. It's definitely going to be a rotating Replicator thing, right?
Maybe.
Yes.
I would assume they were going to rotate guns through
I
that.
think they will because I think they missed so fucking huge on this.
Yeah.
This was a chance to do a proper nerf to the Rampage. Mm-hmm. Get the Rampage off the ground immediately at the start of games. Put it in the Replicator, make people pay a hefty price to get it. You pay a hefty price, you get a gun, but you're probably not getting any extra bats. You're not going to get any extra med kits, no backpack, nothing like that. You're going to get a base Rampage. I think that's fair.
I think that's a great spin zone, and I think an even better spin zone is maybe that's what they're gearing up to do, and they're testing it out first. Mm-hmm. And an even better spin zone than that is we have this option now to where if we find a gun that's just way too powerful or Apex is like, we can't fucking balance this thing, let's just throw it in the Replicator. Instead of saying, let's just throw it in the crate, how they have 2 of them that they can fucking throw it into, and it's whatever. So I think that's good overall. But Replicator only. It's a little bit sad to see the Flatline go. It's going to hurt a little bit. Actually, next week I might have to say a farewell to the Flatline right before the season starts.
I don't know if you have to do that because you can get it every game.
Yeah,
or every other game.
It's like it's not saying goodbye. Oh, you know what? It's like this is what we'll do next week. It'll be like long distance.
Like we're taking a break.
No, it'll be like long distance.
Long
like
distance.
it'll like we have to try and figure it out, and then every week we can update me and the Flatline's long distance relationship.
Hot.
Be like, I saw
that.
something. Who was that girl in your Snapchat story? Who the fuck was that?
It was that's nobody. That's
no
that's
one.
just
No.
RE.
No, yeah. So okay. Anything else before we move on into the Mad Maggie discussion about anything we got here? Oh, Carter. We should call the double RE45 loadout that you're gonna run the RE90 because 45 plus 45 equals 90. I think.
Yeah, hot.
I like it.
RE90.
I dig it.
RE90.
I like that.
Carter, what you running? Got the RE90. You already know.
Yeah.
We should whenever we play together, we should only run RE90s.
Yeah.
Just RE90s. Can we,
RE90s.
I don't know if
can we run
Brian
an
can.
R?
Oh wait, no, Brian won't be there because he won't play with me.
Yeah,
Brian
won't accept it.
That is some horse shit.
Kyle, you might have to apologize one more time before you leave. I need you to apologize for
you.
getting that wrong.
No.
Okay, we've got listeners at home.
Second
They
fastest
trust.
swap
They woke up
ever.
this morning. They're like, Kyle will not fuck up on the podcast today, and you just whipped out your fuck up balls and you put them on the table and you fucked up.
I do that all the
What did he
time.
say? What did he say? Remind me.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Brian, the RE45
Uh-huh.
has a faster swap time than the P2020. That's what I was told.
That's not right.
That's not.
That's not right.
What
No,
the fuck?
It's the P2020.
What?
Yeah, fastest
bro, what
reload
the
in the
fuck,
game.
bro? Are you gonna apologize for
What?
that?
No.
Wait,
You
Kyle,
made me look like an idiot
Kyle,
right now.
you said that?
in front of this fucking
I
guy.
would never say
Jeez.
that.
Oh,
you made
my
him look dumber than me.
God.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
All right, we're gonna head into our Mad Maggie discussion, talking about the brand new legend and some of her awesome potential and the if, ands, and buts of what her kit is looking like right now. So let's hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, let's talk about Mad Maggie here, the brand new legend in Season 12. We're going to figure out what are some of the big ifs, ands, and buts with this legend. Let's start off reading the kit real quick. Tactical ability is the Riot Drill, fire drill that burns enemies through obstacles. We also get the passive ability, which is Warlord's Ire, temporarily highlights enemies you've damaged and move faster with a shotgun. And the ultimate, the Wrecking Ball, throw a ball that releases speed-boosting pads and detonates near enemies. Okay, boys, let's start off with the big if here with the tactical ability. Does this go through bubbles? Does this go through building walls? Or does it just go through certain specific things like doors, traps, rampart walls that we saw in the trailer? That is the big question here. Because we have a potential tank-busting, Gibraltar-busting legend on our hands, and we got to figure out what this does. Because if it can go through bubbles, it doesn't get rid of Gibraltar. But it definitely adds into having a Maggie on a team with a Gibraltar. If you can shoot through your own bubble to the outside world, that changes things dramatically.
I mean, having a tank buster on your team is not only good for the tank, but it's also good against other tanks. So you can kind of play both ways, which would be interesting.
That tactical is going to make or break her kit, regardless of what happens. There's one thing that always is, two things that are massive for any legend. It's tactical and passive. It's not as much the ult. It's always those two. And I think the tactical, even if it goes through bubble, is going to be largely defined by just pure raw damage output. If it's a low damage output, it's not going to do that much. I don't think it'll make a change in the meta. If that thing is a high damage output, I'm talking thermite or higher, she might come down as the best offensive legend in the game.
Yeah, and especially when it gets into those higher ranks, and even just ranked in general, having this type of legend on your team who can go through bubbles and also go through her own bubble possibly, that could be a giant change. But it does come down to how much damage it does.
Imagine bubble dancing with another team, and you fill the gap, or like the Venn diagram. You fill that center hole with one of these. Mm-hmm. That could completely ruin a team's push in the higher ranks of this game.
Exactly. Now, the other big question, though, is does it go through building walls? Or does it just go through doors?
I believe it goes through building walls.
I think it should.
I think it should, too.
Well, in the original trailer where Maggie was teased, we actually got to see it go through one of those big blue blocks.
Yes,
in that trailer.
That's the big key here.
And that's my thought. If it can go through that thing can go through solid walls.
Yeah.
Walls aren't thicker than that.
No.
What I'm thinking is then, what's stopping you from Bloodhound scan, you see them on the wall, shoot your thing through the wall and hit them.
I think it's even scarier with the seer that can tell you how much health they have. Because it's going to stop the heal if they're trying to regenerate at low health. Think of a Phoenix kit, how long you're stationary for. Mm-hmm. You're normally hiding behind a structure. If you get hit with a seer, one, you're pissed because you have to restart that Phoenix kit. But now they have a Maggie on the team, and you're dead.
Yeah. And speaking of seer abilities and his ability to see through walls and also have some sort of recon additive to him, Maggie has something that's a little cryptic at this point that we probably won't know until the patch notes come out. But is her ability to see legends that she's hurt, does that go through walls or not? That's the big question right now. Because if so, that passive is very strong, and I wouldn't say it's game breaking, but when you have a Maggie who can see an enemy that she's hurt through a wall, that's going to be big. That's really the question right now. Is that where we're at?
I think that's the way it has to be because it doesn't make sense for it to not be able to see through walls if that's what her tactical is.
I would argue different. I think that it will not have her as basically this recon legend that can see through walls, this pseudo bloodhound.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do that because they want the teamwork between the entire comp, for one. And I think it's going to be more along the lines of if you're playing caustic and somebody is in your gas, you can see the green in the gas, but you can't see it past. I think that's kind of what it's going to be, is they turn like bright red or a different color right in front of you, almost like Bloodhound ult. And plus, she can breach corners really hard. Did you see how big that explosion was?
It looks gigantic.
So if you throw it on a corner and it blows through that corner, and she has the ability to see injured people, she turns that corner, she can see through that fire, but they're going to have trouble seeing you back.
Very
It
true.
provides cover as well. A lot of utility with that.
Yeah, and the other part of this passive is moving faster with shotguns. We've seen this game bring this in once before with Rampart, where they added a weapon class to a part of a Legends kit. Where we see problems with it is when that area of the gun is either too strong or too weak, it directly affects the character.
Yeah.
But I think they did a good job with this one, because before with Rampart it was reloads faster and I believe has more in the clip, right? Or more in the stock.
Which both instantly increase DPS over time.
They do. But this one because we've had so many issues with LMGs in this game, they've essentially had to be like, well, fuck. Like, we don't know what to do with Rampart's passive. What they did with this one is we learned from our lesson. We're not going to make anything really change as far as the weapon goes, but we're going to directly affect how the weapon works, because when you can move faster with a shotgun, you can do a hell of a lot more damage with a shotgun.
That's true.
And even though shotguns can be bad at some point, you can't tell me that somebody moving faster up close in your face with a Peacekeeper, no matter how bad it gets, isn't annoying as shit and potentially dangerous. That's just a fact. I actually think this is probably my favorite part of her kit, is this little tiny part of the passive. It says to me, we're going to try something new with speed and like movement, and it's not the biggest movement ability, but it's just enough to where I could be like, that's kind of cool, especially for people who like to use shotguns. Now, you're a big shotgun guy, Kyle.
Love shotguns.
So that's going to be a game changer for you, especially depending on how this tactical works.
Well, it depends on how much speed they give her. Because, like, if they give her, like, Bangalore getting shot speed, it's fucking busted.
Speaking of speed, not only do you get the added speed of the shotgun in your hand, we also get something so fucking awesome. It may piss me off when I go up against it, but I think the concept is awesome. When they released Seer, they said, we're going to make this a skill shot tactical, which we all know was not a skill shot tactical. If anything, it was like the easiest shot in the world.
The train tunnel's not a skill shot?
A blind grandma.
I thought I was skillful this whole time.
A blind grandma with the controller upside down using her foot could hit somebody with that tactical that came out with Seer. Now they have a legit skill shot, but what they did is, hey, if you're Brian and you can't hit it, we're going to add another use for this ultimate.
I can run in a straight line.
You can do that.
Yeah.
And so now what they said was, we're going to make this a little bit better for us here, so that people who can't hit it, there's a second use for it, which I love, because in the future, if we can get more ultimates like that, or we could even get reworks like that, I'm super excited. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the big thing here is the booster pads for the ultimate. You rip the Beyblade ball, it shoots out. If you go directly behind it, wherever it bounces, you see little blue lights on the ground. Those blue lights give you a speed boost. They're called booster pads. You follow behind it. There's some questions here still, but that is awesome if you have a shotgun in hand and you're getting the extra speed from the booster pads.
Plus, also, the ball could kind of cover you for the most part while you're running in if you're running behind it.
So that's another thing, is how much health, if any health, does this ball have? Is it like a crypto drone that only takes 30 damage to kill? Or is it going to be something where it's like, for example, Junkrat's tire in Overwatch, where you have to shoot like 400 damage into it to blow it up?
Yeah, and those are the questions here. Some other big questions. Can it go through doors?
Yes.
And how fast does it go?
And how far does it go? Like,
and how far does it go?
Does it just go till it hits something? Does it have a certain range?
I would make the assumption it has to move at least as fast as an Octane stim.
Okay.
Because otherwise there's no point for Octane to use it. He would just stim and move faster, and he would outrun the ball, and the ball would get in his way type deal. And other legends, like, that's how they would catch up to, like, Octane level pace and stuff like that. I assume it's going to move about that speed.
And Octane stim is fast.
Oh,
that's 30% speed boost.
It's a very big speed boost.
The other thing about this, too, is, and I guarantee this moving forward, it's not going to be a let me try and hit people with this ult. I mean, it's going to be an added bonus to it. It's going to be like, let's use this to either get in / get out. And it's going to become one of the best backup uses for an ultimate possibly ever. Like, another one I can think of that's somewhat like that is Bloodhound's ult, where Bloodhound can just start running faster in case of emergency.
Yeah.
It's a slight better thing, but it's you don't have to use it for fighting. You can use it to get out. This one is very similar in that way, where it's like, well, I missed the fucking guy, but at least I have the speed to go chase him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or I can get out.
I think that's going to be a huge part of this, is how the team is able to develop it. I think another thing that we have to think about is it does explode at the end of this. How much damage does it cause, and is there a stun involved, and what is the radius of the explosion?
It could also change the way door fighting goes, because if you're going up against a Maggie on a door and she just fucking rips that Beyblade at your ass and it blows up, that could really mess things up.
I don't think you fight a Maggie on the door anymore just with their tactical alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You just play against it. I think it's going to, what it might take away is almost like that camping meta, like that Caustic I want to tank up, that Watson want to tank up. Does this count as a projectile? Mm-hmm. That's going to be huge with Watson.
Oh, yeah, because it's already on the ground.
Yeah, it's already rolling on the ground. Does this count as a projectile, like a grenade rolling in? Mm-hmm. Or is this something that's...
cannot be stopped.
Cannot be stopped. Can it blow up a Watson? Can it blow up Watson fences, rampart walls, and caustic traps? Can it set those off?
Exactly.
Those are going to be huge things.
Too.
So that's going to all be ready for the patch notes. But either way, if she comes out incredibly weak, like say it only goes through doors, or say it only goes through certain obstacles, and then say her ultimate doesn't give you that much speed, or maybe it just stuns and it's not that great, you look at the potential of this kit, it's not bad if she comes out weak. I mean, you could, I guess, say it comes out bad, but look at the way Crypto's set up.
Yeah. There's
a ceiling there. And it's, I mean, obviously we'll talk next week about his changes, but there was a ceiling for... I mean, what was he? Season 2 on? Or Season 3 on. There was a ceiling there for a while where it's like, I mean, yeah, this is it. There's no way this can really get that much better. Yeah. Whereas you look at Mag Maggie and you're like, oh my God, like there's so much potential here, untapped if she comes out weak. I don't think she will, though. No. I think she's going to come out semi-strong. I would say she comes out a little bit more stronger than Valk, a little bit less stronger than Seer.
So you think about Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon level.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson from Revenant when everybody was so hyped for him, and then he came out and he was dog shit, that they were like, you know what, we're never releasing an underpowered legend again. And if you think about it, every legend that's come out since, they've all been fantastic.
They've all been pretty decent.
Fuse was pretty bad at first.
Fuse was bad. I think that was the last
Fuse is the last bad one
but Fuse
at
was
launch.
Kind of rushed.
But Fuse also had the same thing as Maggie, where the potential was there.
That's true.
You had the passive ability for it. The Knuckle Cluster just needed like a turn up, and then you had the ultimate, which is still really good. And then they added in, that you can see people, and it stuns them, and they walk slower. I don't know if you guys have hit that, but it's fucking annoying.
Dude, I've been fucking murdered by that thing.
No, but I normally just grapple over the top of it.
That's probably the best way to go.
Best move.
That is the best way to go.
When you're in Octane, you have no way out. Fucking shit.
That's why you have Stim.
Either way, lots of questions, lots of things that are left to be answered. But we can say this: the potential is definitely there. She's like the Joe Burrow of Legends right now. We got to get through that first year. We got to figure out what's going on. Maybe just win 4 games, and then the next year go to the Super Bowl. And
I think she's going to Super Bowl year 1.
Yeah,
I think I thought I was on the same page as you. Horizon level power coming out of the gate. Really strong, not, so broken anyone, like she just ruins the game, but thinking about what her tactical can do, the speed boost to her team and to herself, the shotgun advantage, being able to provide cover for herself potentially with the tactical, being able to see highlighted enemies, and also being able to be an amazing initiator with that ultimate. I think she's going to come out the gate and play in the meta at the highest level.
I'm down for that.
That would actually be kind of sick.
I'm down for
Especially if she's like a tank buster or like a setup buster.
That's what I think. I think she's a tank buster, bro.
That would be
I think
awesome.
that's what she is.
It'd be so nice to get a breath of fresh air with something, because it does seem like they're going to throw her under the attacker thing.
Yeah.
But it would be so nice to have like a quasi attacker where it's more of she tank busts. You know, it's kind of like they call Pathfinder a recon, but we know he's an offense guy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like she's offense, but she's more like a buster. She busts.
She busts them
She
tanks.
loves busting.
She busts a
That's-
lot.
She out here just busting.
everywhere.
She will bust everything. Everything, everybody, she will bust them
She's
all.
busting through walls.
She's busting. Left, right, up, down.
Don't
She's
matter.
Bust,
She's
bust, bust.
She's busting them balls out. You know,
Her least favorite month, November. That's
She
just a
can't be
fact.
busting.
She can't be busting in November.
can't be busting them.
All right, well, that should just about do it for the Mad Maggie discussion. We're going to head into the 9v9, where we've got some sick details, and we're also rock solid on our penises. So we're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, here we are to talk about the 9v9. Holy fucking shit. I had high hopes coming into this 9v9. My hopes are even higher now, because some of these things that they've implemented into this mode are fucking awesome.
Great.
They're so great.
Yes.
There's plenty of different ways to win. There's plenty of different outcomes to happen. If you want to full dominate a squad, you can fucking do that. And not only do you have to hold it the whole time, you put pressure on the other team by making them try and capture. Like, I'll get into it in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but there's so many different nuances about this mode that are so cool, and the way that they decided to do ults, which I think maybe is how we should get into it first, because that was our biggest discussion last week, is how the ults are going to come. The way they decided to do that is so fucking cool, and I'm so excited about it.
I love it too, honestly.
So, Brian, you have something to say?
I was going to say it's fucking great. They couldn't have done it a better way.
They couldn't have done it a better way. So let's get into the ratings legend here. So essentially what happens is every single life, for as good as you do, for as many plays as you make, whether it's capturing points, getting kills, I'm assuming getting assists as well, your rating will go up in your life. Every time your rating goes from blue to purple, it starts off at blue, it'll go up to purple, you get an ultimate from getting your rating up. Not only do you get an ultimate, but you will also max out your attachments on your gun from blue to purple. In that same life, if you're able to continue your success, get more kills, get more assists, capture more points, your ratings legend will go up to gold. That'll give you gold attachments, and it will give you another ult. But the second you die, it'll go all the way back down. You'll start your new life at the lowest rating legend, and you will have to go back up from there. But where this is great, we were worried about the ults. We didn't know exactly how it was going to come. When you look at something like this, right, it makes it to where you have to work hard to get that ult. Technically, you could be at the bottom of your ratings legend the entire game, and I'm assuming they might give, like, it's probably not too hard to get from, like, blue to purple, but getting that ult is gigantic. And it's going to be huge, and it's also not too much, because what have we seen in, like, fucking Call of Duty domination? You enter a game in the middle of it, by the way, Call of Duty, figure the fuck that out. I still don't know how you allow that. You enter the game in the middle of it, and you're stuck in the back with, like, 7 chopper gunners from the other team and, like, 5 AC-130s just dropping fucking bombs on you, dogs. RCXDs. Remember RCXD blowing up in your fucking face?
Predator missile.
It prevents you from having that, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
So, boys, how are we feeling so far?
I love it. I think that it's a great way to go about it. I think it's like a score streak. I was a big fan of Black Ops 2 and how they ran the multiplayer in that. And it's a score streak much like that, where you kind of get your things based off that. And I think it plays well into playing the objective and then also just doing what you got to do, which is getting kills.
I love how it rewards not just for kills, even though it's not because I can't kill. It's because it actually rewards team play.
Apologize. You need to apologize for that.
For what?
You said you can't kill?
I said
you can kill.
I said it's not because I can't kill.
Oh, you can't kill.
It's not because I can't.
You got to apologize for that.
Why? I get kills.
Yeah.
This is the reason why
two kills is
You
plural.
had
You
6
like it
kills in
because
one
you
half. One half.
2 kills is plural. That is kills.
Oh
All right. I rescind. I apologize.
can't-
I'm a bigger man.
you
I will
apologize.
apologize then.
No,
I
here's
apologize.
the thing, Wyatt. He can't get a kill streak, but he can get a score streak.
Listen,
Over,
I,
under,
I
how
can
many?
get a score streak. I can get gold every
yeah,
time.
but you can't get a kill streak.
You
Yeah,
can't
okay.
get gold.
Bet.
Okay,
Bet.
apologize for that.
Bet.
Apologize for that. Nobody here at this table can get gold every time.
I can't get gold every time.
There we go.
I can't get that one was like
All right,
I can get score. I can get kill streaks though.
Okay,
I can make a
continue-
point of that.
Continue your point.
I actually forgot my point with all that fucking
Good.
jargon. What was I saying, Brian?
You were saying something like "I fucking suck."
I think it was like
Oh,
I,
I like-
can't get
listen, dude.
kills.
Yeah,
I
get
like the fact that
kills.
it's score streaks because it forces you to play as a
Oh,
team
yeah, it does.
more so than it does as an individual solo player.
So let's get to some other major points and kind of questions about 9v9. Now, in the trailer, we saw that one of the team photos had 2 Pathfinders on it. We have to assume that there's certain legends that get capped out at 1, right? Is that something we're assuming or no?
I'm thinking they all get capped out at 2.
I actually think they're capped out at 3 because it's 3 squads of 3, and you probably can't have the same legend twice on the same squad.
Okay, so you're saying it's capped out at
So
3.
if Wyatt, Kyle, and Schmaz are playing together, only one of those 3 can play Gibraltar. But if it's me, Dallin, and
2
one
more squads, then there's
it's 2 more
Gibraltar,
squads.
a Gibraltar.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I could see 3 of each legend on a squad, and I think the idea behind that is so you have balanced teams attacking each individual point.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Another thing that I thought was major in this was there's 2 maps, but they didn't just do the fucking bullshit Apex plug and play thing that they've been doing literally since the game started, where it's like, hey, we got this new mode named Arenas. We're going to throw in POIs, but not change a single fucking thing about them. They're adding in new cover, new zip lines, new different areas to go to in these little control maps, which is such a no fucking brainer, but they've never done it. They're putting all of those in there. They're adding in new cover.
Bro.
And my favorite thing, they're adding in motherfucking tridents.
Yes, thank
Me
you.
and the boys are going to be...
Oh, bro, can we? Bro, I'm going to take a trident, and we're going to race to the back point.
Yeah,
and I want to take their trident.
Yes, we're gonna run through the second we get in any trouble. I'm having Brian play Gibraltar, and he's throwing up the bubble. Then we're gonna have fucking Schmaz on the back with the Rampart.
Why do I have to play Rampart?
So you can do the da-da-da-da-da-da thing.
Oh, okay.
How about we
Yeah.
give
Drop that.
Schmaz the Gibraltar, and I'll take the Rampart that has to shoot
Because
aimlessly.
you're gonna miss. I need
True.
you not.
Actually, yeah, you can't kill.
You trust me to throw the bubble?
Actually, you're right.
I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We don't trust Brian at all. We drop Brian.
I'm the bait.
Then we re-invite Kyle.
You bait me. You bait me.
Yeah, we have Brian. We have Brian in the back with the Kraber. Like, all right, to your left. Right there.
Yep,
right
three-
there. That
three-
actually be
3 clicks north.
He's like a
Why- bro,
bona fide pirate.
why do you
just
think
on
I
the
like-
top of his like thing with his spy glass?
I'm just a Pathfinder on a fucking antenna.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that'd be sick. But I do love the idea of tridents being in there. I love the idea of vehicles being in there, and I honestly kind of like the 2 POIs they chose for the maps, which
Same.
are it was Hammond Labs on Olympus, and the
Yes.
other one was on Barometer on Storepoint. I think both of those are big and kind of cool in that aspect, where it's
Yeah.
going to be interesting.
I think that's enough space for 6 teams to land because that's what we're looking at. It's the same feel as having 6 squads on one battlefield and having enough high and low ground to where it's you have interchange between all the squads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another cool thing that was on this blog post, if you haven't checked it out, the entire rules, not all of the rules, but like a lot of the outlining guidelines are in this blog post on Twitter, so you should go check that out. I believe Shrugtul has it, and our boy Someone Who Leaks has it as well, so you want to check that out. But another thing we noticed, you can change your legend every single time you die. You can change your weapon class every single time you die, and you can change your optic. I don't know if you could do it mid-match, but you could change it at least every single time you die. And they do have the set weapon classes, so that answers our question from last week.
Yeah.
But the ability to be able to change legends and shit like that, I really thought Respawn was going to... I thought they were going to wimp out on that. I thought they were going to make it, you can pick this one guy or girl, and that's all you get. They actually took the time to make sure you could swap the classes, swap the optics. I thought that was these are really minor details, and it sounds like I'm kind of hyping them up for it. But you got to understand, as a day one player, they've really skimped out on things in the past, and they're they're kind of guiding these things in there, and it's really nice to see.
Well, I like it too because like I'm just thinking like say you're getting fucked by a caustic on a point and there's nobody on your team playing caustic. You can swap to caustic so you can get into that gas a little easier and not get affected by it.
Or possibly swap to Maggie and get her ult, and then you can bust through these
and just
really hard held points.
Yes. And which is great. And then once we figure out the caps on these legends, which we would assume right now is probably 3, because I think Brian's makes the most sense as far as matchmaking goes, so they don't have to be like, because if you ready up without having 9, it actually makes the most sense. Because if you ready up, like, what's it going to say? Oh, you got to switch your legend? Like, there's no way it's going to do that. There's no way. They don't, unless it puts you in a lobby before, then you pick. Then maybe, but I don't know if they would do that. See, my Apex brain's already working.
When you have, the other thing is, one thing I really enjoy about this game is the fact that on the pick screen, people don't really get pissed at you because there's an order that you pick in. Mm-hmm. So if it's if it's the same 3, they keep the same loading screen. You pick with your 3. There's an order you pick in, but you're not fighting 9 other people for it. You don't have to run 9 different mains to make sure you get a legend you enjoy playing with. You only have to do the 3 in this way. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't change that for a lot of people. I think that's going to help.
The most sense.
Yeah,
also,
it's going to help keep people from being toxic.
You can try to out-coach the other team and counter their setup.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it as well. And I like that the fact that they added sniper classes in there as well. It's going to be difficult, I think, to use on these maps at least. But we got to assume that they're going to have like longer range and bigger maps coming in the future. And this is just kind of like a test.
Actually, I think that Hammond Labs might be a good place because you get the waterfall in it.
Yes, it does go deep. It does go deep.
So question on this is one phrasing.
Phrasing, yes. I apologize.
Yeah. Question on this is, do ults roll over? There's no ult rollover, right?
No.
When you die. So
when you die, you lose your ult.
When you die, you lose your ult. So how much do you think ult stacking is going to be a big thing?
Wait, do you lose your ult when you die?
Yeah.
Do we know that for sure?
I think so.
I thought.
So not. So you think so? So not for sure.
Apologize.
It says
Yes,
it says ults come from scores.
But it doesn't say that, like. But
if it score streaks, then
you would lose it.
You would lose it.
All right, so let's assume that.
Apologize.
All right, I'll apologize. But if it comes out and you get to keep it after you die, Kyle has to apologize.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
but,
I apologize right now.
But how much do you think ult stacking is going to be? A Horizon ult thrown onto a point with a Gibraltar ult, or a Maggie ult might end up being really strong.
Actually, I never even thought about that combo. That might be kind of fucked.
I just picture 3 Gibraltar ults all coming down on top of you, and you're just getting fucking buried.
Bro,
it might just turn Olympus off and crash into the ground at that point.
Dude, just chain 3 of them together.
Oh, dude,
like just one after, so that one ends and the other one's immediately piling down.
Fuck me.
If you just wait for one bubble to pop up, and they're like, okay, with the bubble to go down, we're hitting them.
Oh shit, bro. All right. So anything else we got on Control so far? Oh, another thing. You can pick based on the points you have. You can pick where you start off, whether it be your home base or connecting points that you own. So they have to be connecting.
By points, we're not talking about score streak points. We're talking about
the points.
The points of interest.
Yes. So it would be A, B, C, and I believe there's a D. I think, but you can the furthest you can go. But there's also mixed in with this. There are like random pop-up points, I believe.
Yeah.
That you can capture, and then random some of them get you more like points to win than others do at certain times.
So
they oscillate.
It's 1,250 points to win the game, and I'm thinking that the main points give you more points, and then the smaller points give you maybe 1 point or something like that.
Yeah, and then
smaller points of interest give you less points. The larger main points of interest give you more points. They're probably going to be what controls a fight, but the other ones might give you an edge or let you edge out a team.
Yes.
Okay.
And then so when you control all points, if your team controls every single point, what happens, I believe it's called
Total Lockdown.
It's Total Lockdown. Now when Total Lockdown activates, the other team has a timer on their screen to where they need to capture at least 1 point so that the timer goes off and they can try and build their way back.
Holy
what
shit.
I love so
that's like another game.
Yes. So what I love about
that's a great addition.
That's what I'm saying is how good it is. You don't apologize for that. That's what it is.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Take your apology back.
Apologize.
Apologize for apologizing.
I apologize.
Thank you. Because it is a great point. Because when you have total lockdown, number one, like Carter said, it's literally another game. Because you're trying now. The other team is like, I got to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. And if they're just throwing, it ends the game faster, so that you can get into another game where people are actually playing.
Yeah, imagine being farmed for like 5 minutes.
Like, I would say that's that is one of the worst things about Call of Duty is going into a domination match. Your team, you drop in the middle, your team's being dominated, and you just fucking sit there and get shat on.
Yeah,
for
you literally
5 minutes.
Brian, I got something worse for you.
Oh, let's hear it.
Halo 5 Warzone, spawn trapping. It's like, let's say there's like 3 spawns, and they get vehicles that can shoot like pop, 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 and they just aim at your spawn.
Oh, that's.
And
I've never had less fun.
Kill you.
That is
and you're
disgusting.
like, okay, I got 8 seconds to respawn. I can either respawn right now, or I'm forced into a respawn, and then I just die.
Yeah.
And then you die 57 times in like 3 minutes, and you're like, fun.
Fuck my life. Yes. So
It's the greatest time ever.
Speaking of respawns, I think that's going to be such a pivotal part of this game of where your team is respawning at and what location and what direction they're able to
What
push
game
from.
was that?
Which one?
What game did the total lockdown or whatever?
That's in the 9v9.
That's in the 9v9.
No, like what other game did that?
Oh, there's a.
I feel like it has some
Was
Battlefield-esque.
Was it Battlefront?
Battlefront did have total lockdown.
Okay.
But it was called something else. It was called,
but it was like the same thing.
Same thing. If you controlled all 3 zones in Battlefront, there was a timer that showed up, and it said, "Hey, you have."
Oh, the newer Battlefront.
No,
I think it was Battlefront.
original Battlefront 2
Yeah.
had it where it was like when you captured all 3 zones, the timer would show up, and it would be like 30 seconds, and it would be like it would say something at the top like you're going to lose. Or something.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
sick.
So total lockdown adds into that. It also just adds to the fact that if people just suck and they're not like gelling, then you can just get out of that game, go to a new one. Really, the only bad thing here is the limited amount of time we get to play it, but that's with the hopeful added benefit of in Season 13 we get new maps and we get it permanently. So it's like, how can you complain?
And we want to be able to play with more than 3 people.
Yes, that would be. Oh my God! Can we please invite an entire lobby of 8 friends, dude?
Bro,
please, for the love of fuck!
I don't even care if it has to be through your club system. Do it.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool. We could actually have club wars through this.
You could actually have a reason to open up your club's tab. Like if you could actually open it, there's no reason to open the club tab. Bro. There is zero reason because you can't even use the type text chat box. It doesn't work. It sends the message like 2 days later. Doesn't make any sense why it's even there.
Nobody understands what you're talking about.
People always say, "Can we join the Grab My Banner Club?" I'm like, dude. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, there's only 30 slots. Number one, and number two, like. It's so hard to use because there's nothing about it fun. You might as well just add me on Discord and we can meet up that way better. Like, it's so stupid.
But imagine if we could do a club war. I'd love to see the Grab My Banner Club go head-to-head with any other club. I think that'd be so much fun.
And so much content from that. And we'd actually be able to play with our community rather than, just playing with ourselves.
Yeah.
Whoa,
right?
Hey,
man. Not apologizing for that.
It's
healthy.
No, I think it'd be awesome. Like, imagine... Like you said, the content that comes from that, we'd actually be able to play with our community and with each other at the same time would be freaking great.
It's so good to play with yourself, but it's also good to play with your teammates.
Other.
To play with each other and and have fun doing stuff like that.
I want to help my buddy pop off. Like,
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to pop off with my bro.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bro pop off
with at least 3+ other.
And
bros.
if we can both pop off at the same time,
dude, we could dominate.
Oh my God, we could all pop off together.
Listen,
us
dude.
and 8 other bros.
We could all be popping off.
Dude.
Yeah,
we just at the same time.
At the same time, and if one of our bros is slowing down, we could help him pop off.
Yeah,
dude, right?
We could lend him a hand and help him pop off.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing, bro.
That'd
be amazing.
What this comes,
I would.
I want to give my bros a hand and pop him off.
Yeah, just
right,
dudes.
I want a hand.
I want to set them up for an amazing pop off.
I'm just trying to pop off.
Yeah,
and we can bust into those zones.
Yeah, you just bust into the zones with Maggie, and then you just go and your whole squad starts popping off, and all of a sudden, all of you are on total lockdown.
Especially if we're going to D, because I want to pop off the D. I want to bust into D. I want my D to bust.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to bust into A. Honestly,
you're trying to bust into A.
I'm trying to bust into A.
Good thing.
And then hopefully we can make it to C.
Good thing there's no P in this fucking game, man. All right, that's just about do it for 9v9. It's going to be awesome, boys. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to get the real patch notes to know every single detail, but the details we have right now are really awesome, and it makes me really want to pop off. So let's get into our favorite segment, is Amaranth Live.
She's got to be.
No. No, not this time.
Reminder, she's 2-1 on the season live. 2-1 on the season live.
She's not live. There's not a chance. Not a chance.
2-1 on the
She's
season
taking a break.
live.
She's 100%
Will
live.
she go
Take a break.
3-1?
100%.
Will she go 3-1? No, she is not live.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Hold on,
Oh.
search her up. Maybe she just went live.
5 million followers. Wait. It said live. No, she's not live. She's not live. 2-2 on the season.
2-2.
Amaranth is 2-2 on the season, not live. Is Amaranth live? Our girl took a break.
50%.
She took a break.
That's crazy,
50%.
actually.
My season long prediction, because I'm guessing 52 weeks. My season long prediction was 42-10 live, and now I'm starting to feel shitty about it.
Bro,
Oh,
you're thinking 42-10?
Bro,
Dude,
she's
she-
never
she
not
literally
fucking live.
times every
Nah,
day.
bro. She listen, dude.
She streamed herself sleeping for like a week straight.
I
sleeping.
think at most 36.
Okay, so yours would be 36 in math.
Yeah, 36 in math. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Is it 14? Because 6 plus 4 is
10.
10
Plus 10.
plus 10. That's 20.
It would
so
be
that's
16.
56.
So it would be 36 and 16,
No,
right?
No, minus 2. 36 and 12.
36 and 12.
Right? No, that's 48. What
That's
am I doing?
48.
I can't
Yeah,
math.
I did it right,
I
you
can't math.
fucking bitch.
Apologize.
Apologize.
Hold on. I don't think you did. You said what? 36 and 14?
Oh shit! Kyle might have to
36 and
re-apologize.
14.
1, 4.
That's not right.
0, 5. That's
So I was right. I said 16.
Yeah.
I apologize to Wyatt.
Yes.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Let's go, baby.
You're wrong. It's 52.
It
Out
was
of 52 weeks in a year.
52 weeks, not 50.
Oh.
Okay.
Kyle just can't listen. Kyle,
Oh,
apologize
shit.
for not listening.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh shit.
I'm just kidding. I apologize.
You're all good. You're all good. All right, we're going to head into Grab My Bachelor, where we're going to talk to Kyle about ghosting and maybe some ways to cope with getting ghosted by that special girl.
Oh,
we're
man.
going to hit a quick ad and the theme song, and we will see you guys on the other side. Love. The universal language. For some, love comes easy,
Could she be the one?
but for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes, I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows,
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
but in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle, he's sitting here with me. I got a good report card from Kyle, boys. I wasn't there with him, but Chris, our good friend Chris, shout out Chris, even though he says I never shout him out on the show. Chris took Kyle out. They danced with some ladies. I was like, that's great. Did you guys talk to him? He's like, no, we didn't even get close. Actually, we both got scared and we didn't talk to the girls. But dancing with the girls was a step up.
Listen,
Yeah.
sometimes that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
But that's also your icebreaker, and you didn't follow through
You
with
didn't
your
follow
icebreaker.
through. We talked about the icebreaker.
Yeah. Well, it was a good icebreaker, but we definitely didn't fall.
You didn't follow through.
Listen, after you're done dancing, you go, can I buy you a drink? And then you proceed from there.
To be fair, I was a little blasted, and I was just thinking about dancing.
You're just thinking. Yeah, I've always known Kyle to not think about sex. I've always known.
he's
He's never.
Never once thought
Oh,
about
dude,
that.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
He's
like
not,
Kyle.
listen, but that's not why he's here. He's here for the love.
He's here for the love.
I'm here for the love.
That is true.
Lots of love.
That is here true.
he doesn't
Yeah.
know if he'll ever find
And
it.
if he's not in love, he just wants to pop off with his boys. But Kyle, it's kind of good that you didn't talk to that girl, because let's assume that maybe you do, and you send some texts back and forth. You guys have a good date, you're texting her after the first date, and all of a sudden, what seemed like it was a good time, now you can't get any responses. And now you're starting to get in your own head. Should I send that second text? You send the second text. Now you're like, oh, it's been a day. Should I send the third? Maybe I should call. No, man, you're ghosted. You're ghosted. It's a phenomenon that happens in the dating world, especially here in the United States. I think it happens everywhere, but I feel like it's prevalent here because it's a very weird society we got going on here.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, we're going to talk about ways not to not get ghosted, because that's just, you can't stop that. You're going to get ghosted. That's just a fact. It happens to the best of us.
You get ghosted, and Kyle, I'll let you know, you will ghost people as well.
You will ghost.
At some point.
I think I ghost.
No, you're going to go ghost.
You're going to go ghost at least once. You're going to Danny Phantom the fuck out
She's
of
going
this.
to call you Danny Phantom.
Although I did always say I would never break up with a girl over text, and I did do that once.
Oh, see?
See, never say never.
Maybe I will ghost.
You're watching yourself become the ghost. So now the question is how to cope with getting ghosted. Not how to not get ghosted, how to cope with getting ghosted. Let's get some things out here, boys, that Kyle can do to help himself cope. Let's figure out what you can do. Have you ever been ghosted before, I think is the first question we got to ask.
No.
I actually do remember one time you got ghosted.
Did I get ghosted?
There was one time. You were like, I found this girl on Tinder, we texted, and then we were supposed to go on the date, and she just didn't respond on the day of the date. And that
on
was
the day of the date,
I
she
was
never
there.
responded to me, and then I was really sad about that. Yeah,
For like a day, because you didn't even remember.
I didn't remember it
Yeah,
at all, but I do remember that.
Well, it obviously didn't.
I think that leads straight to our first tip is block it out.
Just block it out.
Block it out.
Just forget about it.
Don't get that committed that early, I guess. I don't know. Like for early stage ghosting.
Yeah, I don't think I really cared that much for it to affect me, but I also probably just forgot it. I think I was sad at the time, but once I got past that, I just didn't.
Well, see, what happened to you was called getting Caspered. Caspered is a friendly ghost, meaning that your ghost was you hadn't even gone on the date, and she ghosted you, which is like you want to be Caspered. If you're going to get ghosted, you want to be Caspered.
Yeah.
You want it to be a small ghost, friendly, doesn't hurt that much. You're like in the back of your head, what did I say? What did I do? But it doesn't hurt that bad.
You don't want to be like the big, ugly, green ghost.
Because that one will have you doing shit that you didn't even know you were capable of. That one. That's
a rough one.
That is a rough one.
That's a rough one.
You want me to give you a story?
Give me a story.
Ooh.
You were both there. There was a girl that I dated, met her at Denny's. I know that sounds like the perfect love story. We had dated for about 3 weeks at this point, almost a month. We went on another date, went to the movies, had a good time. I believe we watched Aquaman, maybe. And the movie sucked, but we still enjoyed it. Went home, didn't hear from her the next day. Sent her 2 texts because at this point I thought we were I thought we were for sure going to be dating for a while. I went with her to a tattoo appointment. That's how how crazy this shit was. Then it was 2 days, and I'm like, I call her up, don't get an answer. Now it's 3 days. Now I'm like, is she dead? Because I really in my head I thought this was I thought we were getting married. It was that level.
You were committed.
I was committed. And so now it's been a week. I have called about 7 times, and I don't consider myself that guy. I've called 7 times. I've left about 50 text messages. In my head, it didn't seem that bad because I was like, oh, it was only 5 or 6 a day. Now I look back at myself. This is why getting ghosted like that hurts so bad, because you look back, and it's not just the fact that this person was just fuck this person. It's also the fact that you realize how crazy you got and how crazy you became. Now 2 weeks have gone by. I still haven't heard from her. I've called her every night. I've gotten to the point where I've turned into a rom-com movie where I leave her a about 5-minute voicemail every night. I'm leaving a 5-minute voicemail talking to her about my day every night. I'm just yeah, it was a good day. Wish I could have seen you though, but just started just talking to her about my whole day. And I thought that was a good thing. I was I'm doing something honorable. No. Now 3 weeks goes by. She finally responds. Okay, and she says, "Hey, something's been going on. I'll pick you up to talk about it." I was like, "Okay, I guess." We get in the car. She talks to me about it. I'm like, "Why'd you do that?" I kind of get an answer, not really though. She drops me off back at my house, and she's like, "Okay, well, maybe I'll be back. I'm not sure. I just need some space." And then I go, "Okay." And I go, "Well, can I have a kiss?" Because in my mind, when she said that, I'm thinking, "Oh, she's going to be back." So I say, all right, well, can I have a kiss? She says, no, you can have a hug, though. And I fucking took the hug like the little bitch boy I
At
was.
least you got a hug.
I took the hug. I walked out, and I was like, I won that. No.
That was
I
an
lost
That was an
that.
L.
I lost.
As soon as you ask for a kiss and she says no,
Bro,
that
well,
was an
no,
L.
that wasn't the worst. The worst part was like, you can have a hug though. That is the I accepted it. I should have walked out and be like, nah, I'm okay, and just walk. No, I had no dignity. I might as well have been on a stage on Broadway, completely naked, just like, what's up? Like that's how bad this was, dude. I must have left like 10 5-minute voicemails. I must have called 69 times. I must have left, and I'm not that type of guy, but
No,
goes
you're
this
fucking
way,
not.
We'll let this. I don't even respond to like any message now.
No.
But that's always how I've been. But that girl, she got me like that. So, and you know they're still around, but
poof,
you can't talk to them because they won't talk to you. It's the weirdest feeling in the world.
That would be awful.
It was terrible. It took me forever to get over that. It took me like a good, I would say 6 months.
Well, because like that also fucks you up in your head because you're like, is there something that I did wrong? You know?
That's
like,
every single night. It's like that. So that leads to my first one: start doing drugs.
So
just forget about it. Just
do
listen,
any drugs.
just
I
get an
mean-
8-ball of coke and just start going.
That
at
one
it,
might
or-
make you think about it more. I was thinking
I was
more
thinking,
the downers.
downers, alcohol.
Alcohol is
Alcohol.
great. So great.
If you want some great
Margaritas.
choices, I have plenty on stack.
Carter said strawberry marks.
strawberry Margs.
Oh wait, no.
uh,
If you're going Mars, you go raspberry.
Oh,
I don't know.
For
Raspberry.
ghosting?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ghosting margs or raspberry.
I don't know if you want that for the tequila though. I don't know if you want tequila. Isn't tequila supposed to be like the only alcohol that's an upper or some shit like that?
I think
I don't think so. I think
Depends
alcohol
on-
is just a
I
downer.
was like,
and that's
what?
just a rumor.
I was like, but I don't think there's any.
I have
alcohol.
I don't think there is
Well,
either.
we can find out.
so. Drugs, number
Drugs,
one. Alcohol, number two.
I'll stand behind that one.
journaling.
That would be a good way to.
I feel like that is the responsible choice. Question is, do we want to be responsible?
No, we don't.
Okay,
We don't.
so
Life's
yeah,
too
so-
short.
okay, so
Banging
back
other
Life's too
women.
short.
Break things.
Break things is actually great.
break things, break their things.
Break their
Sit
things.
down in a shower and take a 30-minute shower.
Bring a chair in with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just commit to the long shower.
Yes, the shower thing actually works well. I was taking 3 showers a day when I got ghosted that hard.
I would
Damn,
argue
are we
that-
all depressed here? Because yes.
I just started thinking about my
I-
ghost experience,
bro.
and I just started getting sad.
Bro, I've got like 5 fucking scenarios that are going through my head.
Damn, Brian's like the fucking ghost hunter.
Listen, dude, there's a few. So I've been ghosted pretty hard in my past, and it starts out with the first ghosting.
Yeah.
Just getting, that initial one, just similar to you, where it's like you're like,
What the
okay,
fuck?
I'm all in, and then what the fuck? What just happened?
Yeah.
And then the next one, you're kind of like closed off, and it flips the role, and you end up ghosting 1, 2, or 5 people, and then all of a sudden you think you're past being ghosted, like it's not going to happen to you ever again.
You
all
won't let
this stuff.
yourself get that
You
hurt.
want to turn a leaf
know the
and go
signs.
forward. Yeah, exactly. You know the signs. You've been on both sides of it, and then you get ghosted harder than you've ever been ghosted in your life. Your shit gets fucking rocked. You spiral into depression, drinking 3 bottles a day, just trying to make it to sleep.
You're trying to
That's
make
what
it to
you
sleep,
do when you're
bro.
depressed? Damn, I need
Try that out.
to try that
It
out.
sounds
I got
good.
some great liquors for you to try.
It
All
sounds
right, I
good.
need to-
Are you? I know you're a tequila guy.
I'm a tequila
You like
guy.
strawberry margs, so I'm assuming you like a little
Well, I like
sweetness in there.
raspberry margs.
Raspberry too.
That's what-
Raspberries
You like
for
you
ghosting.
like a little sweetness in
I
there.
need sweet.
Okay, let's get back to some things that we can do to
Get
to
depressed,
cope with ghosting.
and that's about it. There, you can't stop
I thi-
it.
I think
What's
you
the
listen-
point, honestly?
I think you listen.
Fuck, just keep spiraling. We're just spiraling at this table. What the hell?
I think
Honestly,
I need a
spiraling
beer.
spiraling might be the best advice for dealing with ghosting.
yes.
Just spiral. Like
Just go
sit-
mad for a little bit,
Bro, I think
Dude.
I don't know. The best advice for ghosting, I would say, is just you have to read the signs ahead of time.
Well, yeah, but even
Like, you have
when
to
you
have
do
the
that,
conscience.
Sometimes
You
you don't
can't-
though.
no,
Sometimes
you-
you just
there's
get hit
no
by a
signs.
fucking
you
truck.
Kyle-
can't predict it. Though.
Kyle, there's no signs. Look, I took 8 or not 8. I took 8 naps a day, and you know what? That's what you need.
Oh, that's a great strat. Just never wake up.
Just never wake up.
Just keep
Well,
sleeping.
I mean, like,
Constant naps.
You're alive.
You're alive, yes.
You're alive.
But what I'm saying is, you find ways to nap in ways that you couldn't have napped before.
Literally stay up as long as you can, and then just sleep.
just sleep.
Stay
Beer
up crying as long as you can.
Listen,
Crying
yourself.
really helps you go to sleep.
yeah.
And then you sleep.
you know what helps you go to sleep too?
Alcohol.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
They say sunlight's good for your mental health, so lock yourself in a dark room
And
sleep.
Just sleep.
Stop at the liquor store first.
Only
Yes.
go out at night.
Stock up.
Never look at the sun. Never look at the
No,
sun.
don't even try to smile. Only listen to sad music.
This is actual real advice that I have, and it's going to sound a little crazy, but really, like, this is not a joke. If you do get ghosted hard, you need to just wallow in it. Like, wallow in the fact that they're gone, and just, you got to kind of
get it out.
Get it all,
Like-
you're, like, what we're saying is kind of a joke, but if you do that, you're just like, they're gone, and you focus on the fact that they're never coming back, they're gone, and if you can just wallow in it long enough, you'll start to see yourself coming out on the other side.
You have to be willing to wallow in it and accept it and cope with it in that sense. But at some point, you also have to be able to flip that switch and say, okay, life's going to continue. Let's get back on it and let's hit fucking
Yeah,
hit it.
like when I say wallow in it, it means you still have to live your life. Like you still have to go to work. You got to try to participate in hobbies. It's not as easy because you're like down all the time. You got to try to hang out with your friends. You have to try, but wallow in it. Like the issue we had in our ghostings was we were not accepting it. We were like, no, there's no way she's coming back. Like
You need a good cry.
Yes.
Everyone needs a good cry.
Accepting the ghost is a huge thing. Getting all that. I don't know about the good cry.
What
I had a good cry.
Brian,
Whoa,
you need
whoa,
a good.
Brian.
When was your
Brian,
last,
you
when
need to
was the
just
last
cry.
time you
You need a
cried?
good
Brian,
cry.
when
When
did
was
you
the last
cry?
time you
Honest
cried?
answer? Honest answer?
Yeah.
4th grade.
What the
Bro,
fuck,
you
bro?
need
You
a
need to
good
cry.
You're
You need
lying
a good
at your
cry.
Bro,
ass.
you need to cry, bro.
Actually, no. I'm not lying.
Bro, I
there's no
100%
shot.
think Brian's never cried. Like, Brian, you need
Why?
to
You've
cry.
known me since 4th grade.
I've seen Brian get close once, but he didn't cry.
I've been upset. I've had my voice be shaky before and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you
but
never cried.
I don't think I've had tears
you
run
need
down
a
my
good
Brian, you
face.
need to fucking cry, Brian.
Kyle, when was your last good cry?
What's decompressing?
4 weeks ago.
Brian, you gotta cry, bro.
Brian, you
what-
gotta cry.
Listen, dude,
we're all crying
what is
regularly.
decompressing? I don't know what that is.
You just let it go.
You
But it doesn't mean you're just like, "Ah." It's just you're letting the tears flow and you're just
see-
letting them go.
See, I let that.
Don't let it. Don't hold it.
I
in.
let that go.
No.
There's no
you
tears that
can't
come
let
with
it.
not.
No, you're not letting it go if you're not
Listen,
crying.
I don't have tear ducts. It's what it is.
Yes, you do.
Oh my god, bro, Brian, you need to fucking cry.
You
This
need
is
to
turning
cry.
into grab my bachelor for Brian. He needs to cry.
You need to
Make him
cry
cry.
here.
Grab my tissues because it's crying time. Mine was last weekend. Yours better be this
Last
weekend.
week?
What?
Yeah.
Brian, you seriously need to cry. But let's get back to Kyle here. Once again, like I said, wallow in it. Accept that it's done. Don't try and be like, there's hope. Just get rid of all hope. It sounds dark, but that's what ghosting is, man.
When you say get rid of all hope, you still need to replace it with something.
Yeah.
So
but
replace it with acceptance,
acceptance.
because that's going to be the thing that actually allows you to move forward and move on.
You don't want to be in an empty hole.
No,
You want
hey.
you want to fill that empty hole.
And side note,
And it'll go in and out.
but
You want to fill that hole.
if you see somebody with an empty
Why,
hole,
we're-
Phil,
give him a hand.
Come on,
get down there with them and
Guys.
give them a hand.
Side note to side note, you're worthy and you're enough.
Yeah, you're worthy. You're enough.
It's not. It's
That
not.
fills your hole.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And
So-
you know what? Sometimes, like I said, if somebody else is sitting in an empty hole, get down in there and give them a hand.
Well, here's my thing, and this is
It's
where
called empathy, Carter.
And if you have good friends, bro, like your friends will jump in your hole. Like
Oh.
your friends will jump right in your hole with you,
Right
in
and
that
they'll
shit.
pull you out.
They will
100%.
reach down as far as they can, sometimes
In the
crawl down
hole.
there with you, grab you, put
And
you
bring
on their
you
back,
out.
and just drag your ass out of the hole.
100%. I've been in the hole many times.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've been there to pull you out.
Yep.
Yes. But yes,
Yes.
Kyle, if you haven't honestly been truly ghosted, it's going to come and it's going to suck. But remember, if you can find a way to keep moving on, but being at the same time accepting that it's done, that's the best way
So-
to go about it. Or just nap a shitload. Just nap a bunch.
Big brain Blay here. Way to never get ghosted, ghost them first.
Ghost, yeah. Even if she's the love of your life, just never talk to her.
Never talked
Say, fuck you, bye. There you
Get
go.
some-
Say, baby, we're going on a trip. Take her somewhere, drop her off, never pick her up again.
That's not
just
ghosting.
leave.
That's deserting.
Take her somewhere
Same
nice.
thing.
No, it's not deserting if you take her to like Paris. That's just a lifelong vacation.
Exactly.
Get some sun,
Yeah.
and then make sure you see really far into the horizon. It's really good for you.
Dogs.
Oh yeah, pets.
Dogs. Pets.
Pets, great.
Pets are great.
except when you connected with their pet and now you don't get to see it
That's
anymore.
You get ghosted by the pet.
You got
That's the
ghosted by
fucking
them.
worst.
That
Listen,
sucks.
That's why you don't date people with pets.
yeah. Just never like
Red
that.
flag.
So
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. Pets.
Them having pets because they might ghost you and you might never see the pet again.
sad.
Red
That's
flag.
the issue.
Cry right now. I'm just kidding.
On cue.
Brad, I'm gonna be crying tonight if you want.
Listen, you guys
You want to cry together?
wanted me to cry.
You want to have a cry off?
I chose to grab a beer instead.
That
Oh
see,
my
Brian, you want to have a cry off? We'll have a cry off.
I really don't.
Let's have a cry off.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna text you
Brian's
guys in the
coming in
group
last
chat.
place for sure.
What?
I'm trying to cry. I can't force it right now.
I'm gonna text you guys in the group chat the next time I cry.
Okay. All right, boys. So this one's kind of tougher because there's really no ways to cope with getting ghosted. It just fucking sucks.
It
It's
sucks.
Not
Our
fun.
coping skills is
Our coping skills are god awful.
Listen, it sucks. Accept it. Understand it. Keep your feet moving.
If she has a sister, bang her sister. If
That's what I mean by keep your feet moving.
if she has a brother, bang her brother.
That too.
If she has a hot mom, banger mom,
Her
All
dad.
at once. All at once if you need to. It doesn't
the whole
matter.
family.
God, we're terrible at coping.
Fine,
Oh my God.
fine,
We have a
we're
guy
dead.
here who doesn't even fucking cry.
I drink.
We pitch
I
just
drink.
napping all day. I literally said I sent her 10 5-minute voicemail. We're the worst.
become
Bro, I
best
literally
friends
just-
with her dad, and
Because-
then she'll never be able.
She'll never be able to leave you.
because your
Oh,
dad's best.
I forgot something way worse and embarrassing that I would do. Like I said, she was from Denny's. I kept going to Denny's.
Oh, no.
Like every morning I went to Denny's. I am so mad at myself.
showing up to the work. That's
Bro.
pretty bad.
Damn, we did that with Kyle with the panda.
Dude, we did, but it was opposite. She hadn't even gotten a chance to ghost him yet.
That's true.
She unintentionally ghosted.
All right, well, that should just about do it for the ghosting segment. Thank you guys for tuning into our great advice. Remember, if you get ghosted, just get really addicted to drugs or take a nap, a long nap. Just find a way to take a bunch of naps in a row.
Which
That's
drugs
what-
sometimes will help.
So
Yeah.
yeah, with that, sometimes
I mean,
yes.
occasionally.
I've driven down Belmont a lot of times. I know it works.
Should we put a disclosure after this episode? Please drink responsibly.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that at the start. But for now, we're gonna head into the Raise Energy question of the week for the boys, and then we will close out the show. All right, Raise Energy question of the week for the boys. Now we asked, which legend do we think Post Malone mains? We're going to ask a similar question, almost the same question. Which legend do we think each of our podcast host brothers should main? We have legends that we know that they do main and legends that they enjoy, maybe some legends that they hate. Which legend do we think that they would play the best with and who they should main forever? Let's get into it.
So are we starting with a person or are we starting with one of us just reading a whole card?
Let's start off with a person.
Okay.
Let's go Brian first.
Ooh.
I think Brian is a Watson because I
you.
saw a stat that said Watson's average rank was silver, so I think that's a perfect place for you.
Kyle did play silver.
I'm mad that
too.
I'm still in silver right now.
Yeah. Let's not forget Kyle did play silver too in arenas ranked.
Suck
I'm
me.
just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Watson. I do think that kind of fits his play style though. Or like if he was at his best play style, I think Brian is very good at like locking down an area.
I was also non-jokingly, I would say Caustic.
Yeah, they're similar in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we first hit Plat before there was a Masters rank, so that was like you played Watson to
Yeah.
get us there
Yeah.
to that rank. I actually said Gibraltar. I think Brian, in a similar way, he's very good at defense. And when we did get Plat that one season, we also had Brian playing Gibraltar as well. And the one thing Brian's always said is he hates playing Gibraltar because he's fucking boring. And Brian also did this in Overwatch. He was a hella good diva. So good, but he didn't want to play her.
I hated
because
D.Va so
she was so
much.
boring. So he plays Zenyatta and be throwing fucking healing orb. No, he'd be throwing the Discord, not throwing the healing orb, and I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Bro, I was a Zenyatta that was fragging out.
You were a
okay?
Zenyatta that was fragging, but not healing literally anyone.
I was healing, pocket healing.
ultimate.
I was pocket healing the Mercy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Brian would be a great Gibraltar. He just hates playing Gibraltar.
That's fair.
But he would be very good defensively with Gibraltar, the bubble plays, all that different type of shit. What do you got, Kyle?
I really think he'd be a really good Gibraltar or a Watson. I think he's
Both of them.
got a good lockdown play. And I just feel he's always been better at like the defensive or like the support legends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with all that. I'm not a fragger. I'm not someone who can go out and get 10, 15 kills in a game.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to get 2, 3, and hopefully a couple reses and some really good move the team, stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's do Carter.
Carter?
Oh.
Bloodhound. He's a Bloodhound, man.
Yeah.
Listen, lack of awareness.
Damn.
Damn. You
Okay.
really hit him with
Lack of
Yeah.
awareness. Too slow to get into the fight, so he has to pop ult to get there.
Okay.
He needs the easy
Understandable.
reads.
Understandable.
I was nice to you. I just
Can't
wanted
communicate
to
with the
remember
team, so he's got to
Yeah.
scan to let it happen.
Yeah.
No, that being said, Carter's an all-out beast. He will just take Bloodhound, give him extra information. He will shred everyone in the fucking lobby.
Yeah.
Bloodhound's the guy.
I
the
don't
extra
respect that.
the extra info is pretty vital,
Yes.
and I think it really helps out when you have, because Carter excels at gun skill, and then
But-
I would say a close second for Carter is game sense. So when you add in more game sense on top of gun skill, it makes it like deadly.
Yeah.
I've always said the best thing you can provide to a high-level player is more information,
Yeah.
because they will make them more out of that than anything else you can give them.
So I'm going to be different. I did say Bloodhound as well because I've obviously played with Carter a lot when he was playing Bloodhound. I think I'm going to go with a sexy pick here, a little bit different. I think Carter would actually be a really good Ashe. I don't think he's played Ashe yet,
Let
but
me look what Ashe looks like.
she's the robot that just came out
okay,
this season.
Yeah.
So Ashe is good in the way that it's like a Pathfinder zipline, except I feel like Carter would be way smarter at knowing when to use her ultimate, which is just
It's
like
a one-way.
It's a single.
it's a one-way
yeah,
teleporter.
Okay, I know.
So I think he'd be really good at using that legend, and I also think he'd be low key fire with the tactical, which a lot of people aren't good with, and even sometimes
the
I forget
very slow-moving projectile
to
that
capture
stuns.
them in a spot. I think he'd be really good at that. So that's a
I-
sexy pick, but I would overall say Bloodhound.
I think he would also make the information thing with a good player with good game sense. The death boxes her passive,
Yeah.
so she can scan death
Oh,
boxes
yeah.
and find out where the team that killed them
I've
is.
seen that.
I think that Carter would be able to really take that into a hunter's mentality and just be able to go full out of the team. I think that honestly should be the next legend you unlock, Carter.
Yeah, I think it should.
I think it
You know
should,
what?
and
I will.
unless Kyle convinces us different right now
Kyle
with a different
convinced.
pick.
Kyle, what do you got?
I have one you already got, and I think it's your actual main, Octane.
Thank you.
Octane. I think Octane's great. I feel like that is removing from what you could actually do.
I just like sprinting.
No,
Listen,
he,
just like
I like
sprinting.
he,
No,
likes,
I-
he likes the speed boost.
Listen, dude, I get the speed boost, getting in, getting out, all that kind of stuff. I think you could do that with Ashe just as well, and I think you could do that. You already can do that with Bloodhound. Now you just do it with even more information to you.
Yep.
Dude,
I
saw-
think you were nerfing yourself by playing Octane.
I watched that one Octane main guy. I was watching his movement. What the?
You watched
Octane,
it?
was it Nicewig? Or-
No.
Stormhenge?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
He has
Is
a
it
mustache?
The mustache? Yeah.
Okay, PC players can do that, and then they're complaining about.
They need to just shut up. They
Bro.
really
Yeah,
do
What
need
the
to
fuck?
just
It's a
shut
whole
up.
different
Bro,
game.
I'm not on Twitter. Is that still going on?
Dude, they need to just shut
Yeah,
up.
they
It's always going on.
It's-
It's never stopping.
It's never going to stop.
It's a whole different game.
Literally Stormhenge. So, like, even when they nerfed the jumping and stuff, he still figured out how to do it, and then he still does it all the time around people.
You guys ever see AC
gross.
move?
He is gross.
Y'all ever see AC move?
He's good too,
Dude,
but
Ace is
he
another
just
one.
has great he has great flicks and gun skill though.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like his
too.
movement's actually probably the least good part of his game. I feel like
It's still incredible.
the best. I feel like some of the best movement is like Timmy. Timmy has great movement.
Timmy's fire. Yeah.
Let's do me, and then we'll finish off with Kyle.
Okay.
Let's see. You know what? Someone else started than me. Someone else start this one.
I
Kyle,
started last time.
Kyle, go
So
ahead.
it'd be Kyle.
All right. I'm just going to kick it off. I really think you could be a good Ashe.
Okay.
Ashe.
A good aggro play. You don't use attack that much, and you don't use the passive that much. But I think you got those two down, you'd be in it.
Yeah.
Because you're an aggro player.
Some
You-
days I
you're
wish I
good.
could go back to my Lifeline days.
You
What?
can't.
You can.
You can't. No, he can't play Lifeline like he used to, and it's not because he can't play better than he used to. He's a better player now, but he's so aggressive it doesn't fit what Lifeline's kit is. With the fast heals, he could play that aggressive.
Yeah.
Now he can't play that aggressive.
That's real.
True.
Carter, go ahead.
I was gonna say Gibby and or Pathfinder.
I love playing Gibraltar, but remember how we would play Overwatch and I would always like it in the early ranks I would be a good Reinhardt, and then when we got to like the higher plat levels and we were getting close to Diamond, I would just get outplayed. I feel like that's what would happen to me.
I don't
with
know
Gibby.
Apex.
Gibby's.
He's basically Reinhardt.
Yeah, he's basically.
But
Reinhardt.
I don't know competitive Apex, but I feel like Gibby's like an IGL.
He kind of has to be, yeah.
So I think that's where you would fit in.
You are a good IGL, I will say that.
I think, I would love to be a good. If I could pick any legend to be good at, like the best at, I would pick Gibraltar because I love having. He's the perfect amount of offense with support, and I've always been kind of like the tank guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I actually don't have you picked for Gibraltar, and I don't have you picked for Ashe. I don't have you picked for Path, Lifeline, Wraith, any of your normal mains. I actually think that there's a legend that you do not play that you should really pick up, and that's Valk. I think you should pick up Valk. I think that you have a tendency to push forward in front of your team quite a ways at times. A lot of times you survive through that, and your team cannot follow up or keep pace with you, and they end up going down or something like that. This gives you a free out with her ultimate, being able to just get out of jail and get away. Kind of like how Wraith used to.
yeah.
But at the same time, she also gives you a lot of verticality movement, like vertical movement, and being able to play different angles that would not be expected. And you're a good enough player, and your shot is far good enough to be able to hit some really tricky shots and play some really good angles and cover and stuff like that. I think she would unlock parts of your skill set that you do not realize are there. So I think I think Valk would be someone that you should seriously look into playing at some point, and giving you the ability to stun somebody would be fucking scary as shit.
That'd be fun. All right, let's go, Kyle. I think Kyle's at his best on Octane. I've always said it. I think he's his best at Octane, but he plays like 17 different legends. He literally switches every 5 seconds.
That is fair.
And you want to know what's crazy is like Kyle has like always kind of like Octane's like his girlfriend back home that like he knows that he loves, but he also like has this desire to see the outside world. And it's not like he's trying to like cheat, but he just gets into these situations where he's like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. But Octane should be your stay-at-home, like, that's your legend right there. That's just, it fits everything that you do. He's just right for you. Octane is you. Octane is you and Octane. That's what it should be. That's the way I feel.
I feel that, though. Yeah.
I was going to say Octane too, but I also throw on Blood. Wait, unless you were going to throw.
I'm not throwing Blood on.
We're going to say Bang?
Nope.
Dang.
He's gonna. I think I know what he's gonna say.
Okay, I would say Bloodhound too to throw on Octane because I also like the Octane pick.
Yeah.
But I'll also like to say Blood because
I do play Blood a lot.
I like you up close.
Yeah.
I get shit done up close.
That's
I
why I
can't
like
shoot from
the-
range to save my fucking ass.
That's why I
Nope,
like
no,
the
you can't.
Octane Bang and Blood.
You can't shoot from range.
Nope.
Keep that in mind.
Oh my god.
I get-
Because
be in your
the
grill.
legend that I'm giving you does not need to fucking aim. It's Fuse.
Oh,
You're playing Fuse. You're just
Actually-
spamming out damage like
Actually-
crazy till you can close a gap with a shotgun and blast him in the face.
I actually
motherfucker.
love the
I'll
Fuse
like
pick.
to
Listen, dude, you're
reverse my pick.
putting up 3K damage a game, all with the fucking tactical.
Actually, Fuse is the only character I have a 3K damage badge with.
And I'm
Carter's going back.
Carter's rebuking it.
What did you?
Mad Maggie.
Mad Maggie's. Oh, dude.
Shotgun. You run faster with shotgun, right?
Yes.
Boom.
Hot take.
I really
I-
like Maggie. That was a close one. I think Fuse is going to be more his pick. though.
Oh shit.
I would love to see Kyle
I can't
take
wait
up.
for Maggie to come out just because I thought about it yesterday. I was playing yesterday. I made it to Plat 1, and I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I kind of don't want to play any character right now. I just am excited to try this new character. I just can't wait for the new season to come out.
Yeah. Yes.
Kyle, this is what I want to see from you, Kyle. Pick a main.
Yeah,
pick
just pick
one.
one.
Just pick one.
No.
If this is going to be the season of Mad Maggie, make it the season of Mad Maggie.
Yeah.
If it's going to be the season of I Hate Mad Maggie, make it Fuse.
Yeah.
Like take your fucking pick.
Pick one, bro.
Just
I
pick.
got-
one.
I got
want
a
to
lot of
see.
them.
Listen, not even a full season. Do a half season.
If Kyle
Do it to the
plays,
split. From split to split.
I'll tell you what.
Hard main one.
If I really enjoy Mad Maggie, I will hard mainer the entire season.
All
The
right.
entire season.
If Kyle,
That is a statement. You enjoy her. You claim, when will we know that you really enjoy her?
It'll probably be 2 weeks after she comes out.
Two weeks after. Okay, so by week 2 of the season, we will know if you're going to main Mad Mag.
Yes.
if Kyle plays one legend for the entire season, Brian has to cry.
Ooh, that's
dude,
good.
I don't know if
Good.
that's physically possible.
No, it,
Bro,
it is.
shut up, Brian.
It's
You're
Kick him
gonna
in
cry.
the balls.
Brian, you're gonna cry. Well, we might have to physically assault you for you to cry, but you'll cry.
Grab his dick and twist.
honestly, if we physically assault Brian, he might not cry even more. we gotta like hug him and shit.
Yeah, we gotta like
What?
hug him and be like,
What
hey,
is that?
We
Like
gotta
a
get in his
3
hole and shit.
Wait.
We gotta get in his
You
emotional
you
hole.
need some affection to cry.
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing
We just gotta
out.
hold him.
This is what I've been looking for all along.
All right. Well, that should just about do it for episode 71 of the Grab My Banner podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. We're so excited. And probably by next week, we should have patch notes, so we'll be able to break those down for you. And next week will be the first day of the brand new season, and we will be able to have a little bit of thoughts. We probably won't have a whole lot, but we'll one of us will be able to play a little bit. So we will be able to talk a little bit about Season 12. But either way, it's exciting, and all of this stuff is very fun, and I cannot wait to play the 9v9 control. We also have, from our Spotify Wrapped listeners, we have the cards getting ready to go out. Should be within the next 2 days or so. So if you sent the information in for the card, they should be on their way in just about a few days, so don't worry about that. And thank you guys once again for having us in your Spotify Wrapped. Boys, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in to this Grab My Banner podcast. As always, we'll catch you guys next week.
See you. I'm getting another beer.